Okay, this is a storyline reading. Okay, this is the Brass Love one. Let me introduce myself. Healer Tarot here on YouTube. Okay, the other day I was going to do the storyline reading, but I decided not to. But today is coming back again as far as former President Barack Obama's chef that died out on the water, right? So I'm going to do a storyline reading. Healing of the soul when abuse causes when you are abused, and the other ones are when you are wounded to the soul or murdered. Follow me. That's what the cards mean. So I got 17 of these if I'm counting right. So I'm gonna let God give me a number and I'm gonna pick them up. Whatever in the deck, I really don't know until it hit the table. That's how it goes here on my channel. This is about spiritual justice. This channel is about spiritual punishment, right? So if anybody end up on this channel, it's spiritual justice that you gotta receive. I didn't say man's law, spiritual law. We dealing with God on this channel, right? So this is because it's coming back at me. Former President Obama's chef died out on the water, and it's coming back to me to do his storyline. Okay, so let me say this first before I even do the storyline. You don't have to believe anything the storyline is saying, right? This is for entertainment purposes only to those who deem this entertainment. But I, the Brass Love One, believe every card God put on the table as true. You don't have to take any card on the table as fact or even anything that come out of my mouth. Okay? So I'm going to say something before I do the storyline reading. Okay? So I don't know if he was a person who just did his, what was it called? I should say it right. I should know how hard I heard it so much. Let me make sure I say it right. Bear with me for a minute. Let's see. Mr. Tafari. Let me say it right. I don't want to be saying things wrong. Mr. Tafari Campbell, his name is, right? Okay, he died out on the water. Okay, at Martha's Vineyard, if I'm saying it right. Let's just flow for a minute. It was said that he was paddle boarding and it was an accident, right? So I'm going to do a storyline reading because if he's someone who is an expert with doing this, if he owned that board, for instance, if he owned that board, he know how to work it. Get what I'm saying? You're not gonna buy a car if you don't know how to drive. Most people are not gonna buy a car and they only know how to drive. You're gonna know how to drive, right? So if he owned that board that he was on, he knew how to use it. He was a swimmer. I saw a video of him swimming, so he knew how to swim. So if he fell off, he could climb back on, right? So unless it had to be something that stopped him from climbing back on. So that means if he was dizzy, if he was having a heart attack, if he was dizzy, if his eyes went out on him, something had to have been going on in his body to stop him from saving himself, because we're talking about a swimmer. Now, if somebody can't even swim, is a whole different story, but he know how to swim. So if he fell off his board, he could climb back on his board. Get what I'm saying? So it had to have been something that stopped him from getting on his board, right? Because if he was a swimmer, it's hard to believe that he well, it's not hard to believe. People can drown, we know. But the only way you drown is if something stopped you from saving yourself. Get what I'm saying? So if you drown in 3 feet of water and you tall as I am, if you drown in 3 feet of water and you're as tall as I am, right? That's going to seem strange. But it's possible. And the way it's possible is you're unconscious, and that's why you drown. Get what I'm saying? Or you had some kind of medical emergency and you drop in the water and you just can't even move around and you can't get up. Get what I'm saying? So, unless anything like that happened to Mr. Campbell, he should not have died or drowned, because we're talking about a person who can swim. Drowning usually goes with somebody who can't even swim. But if you got too much water out there, even a person who can swim can drown in a big body of water like an ocean, because that's too much to handle trying to get to land. Eventually, your arm's going to be tied and you're probably just going to give up. But they keep saying this was a pond that he was in 8 feet of water. He was a swimmer, so he shouldn't have drowned unless something was going on with him on the inside. Follow me? So let's just flow. I'm going to let God say, because it came back to me again. Because I was thinking about it the other day, and then I said, I'll do a storyline. And then I said, oh no, maybe I don't need to. But then it's coming back. So when it comes back, I have to do it. Okay, universe. Let's see for Mr. Let me see. For Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell, make your presence known on this table. Tell your story like your story only can be told by you and universe God. Tell your story. Was you sick? Was you dizzy? Did your eyes go out? Did your arms go out? Why did you drown? Because you was a good swimmer. The video shows that. Was it by force you drowned? Or did you drown because of something that was going on in your body that prevented you from saving yourself? Okay. Universe, give the cards for Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell, put your cards on this table and let the brass loved one say it out. Because this channel is about spiritual justice. And if you end up on this channel, it's some spiritual justice that somebody got to receive. Let's flow. 9 of which one, Lord? 9 of these. Okay. I see 9. That's why I need to know which one. That's why I say, God, which 9? These is the one, the 9 I'm seeing. This 9 right here. This is the 2. Why is 2 over there? I need to put my cards in the right order. This is number 2. I need to find my 9. Bear with me. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me. Okay, it must be down here. Bear with me. Okay, who are you now? Don't hide from me now. Maybe somebody in hiding right now. Let's just flow for a minute. Let's just flow. Where's the 9? What is going on here? Wait a minute. What is happening? Why is the cards going to mess up now at all times? I'm ready to do Mr. Campbell's storyline. So what's happening here? Why you want to mess up on me now, cards? Where is my number 9? You want to hide from me? Don't hide from me. This is number... You all trying to hide. What's going on with the hiding? Somebody in hiding? Somebody trying to hide something? Let's just flow for a little bit. Let's flow. There, that 9 was hard to find. Let me make sure it's just the 9. It's not mixed up. Oh, look at this. Look at Mr. Look at a walking on water card. Wasn't he on water? He needed a miracle, a Jesus miracle. Look at this. He needed a Jesus miracle. This the walking on water Jesus card. He had to have all his faith deep. That's amazing. Look at that card. Okay, let's just flow. That's amazing. Somebody was greedy, who wanted money. Follow me. Let's just flow for a little bit. Tell your story, Mr. Campbell. Let's see. The ones, which one's number 3 jumping out? It's jumping out. I'm gonna grab it. I don't know, it's jumping out. It's jumping out. And I just gotta grab ya. Mr. Campbell and his storyline. He is right here. I just saw this. This means this doctor. This is I gotta say doctor. I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah. This will be him. Come on. Make your presence known, Mr. Campbell. Tell your story. Tell your story like nobody can tell it. Healing of the soul, when you hurt someone to the core or murder someone. Abuse is when you just abuse someone or someone abuse you. I'm going to take some off of here, and I'm going to put them together and make a storyline for Mr. Campbell. First one is, somebody wanted to pluck him because he is a turncoat, or he was going to pluck somebody because whoever was a turncoat. Follow me? God, we got more than one God miracle card in here. He needed a miracle. Here's another miracle card. He needed the presence of God. He needed to be in God's presence. God to be around him on that water. Follow me? Follow me? He needed to seek the range of God. That's the faith right there. Next one is, he is dealing with a bill collector. Somebody owed him, or he owed someone. Get what I'm saying? He in a poly relationship. That simply mean a real one, or it means that he was in had business partners, at least 2 of them to make 3. Get what I'm saying? So the next one is what? Somebody facilitated something, right? Maybe come out and go on the water with me. I'm just throwing that out there, right? Somebody facilitated something, but he shouldn't have went with it. These are light green. I'm telling you what it says. Next one is he need to work hard on falling back in love with Mr. Campbell, himself. So it says right here, he had to seek. I'm going to change this around. If this never happened to him, see the word you see? Just ignore that word. I'm going to say something for it. He was seeking help for being stolen from. Get what I'm saying, right? And he's trying to get along because maybe somebody stole from him, unless it was really this happened to him. If that ain't happened to him, what the card said, I'm going to stick with stolen. Follow me? Somebody had tendencies he was dealing with, and that was a sure thing. Follow me? So on a Tuesday, some kind of way, he was going to go and talk to somebody, go get somebody, or somebody was going to come after him. So here's the miracle card again. 2 miracles back to back. He needed faith over all dealing with whoever this is, because he needed a Jesus miracle when Jesus walked on water. Now we know nobody can walk on water, correct? Correct? So he needed a Jesus miracle, and he was on water. Follow me? Next one is he was nervous about a pyramid of people, at least 3 of them. He was saying no to something he didn't want no parts of. Follow me? Where somebody was saying, I'm ready. Next one is what? He was hand in hand with the enemy, whoever his enemy was. Follow me? Wishing for a good decision with whoever this is. But God says right here that he had to start to love himself. That's the second love card. He had to love himself, dealing with whoever these people are. Because somebody's jacking him up for money. That means trying to get money out of him, or actually physically jacking him up. Let's leave it at that. He needed a miracle 2 times. He was with a popular crowd with intense energy, and that would be anybody who worked around him or whoever he was dealing with, right? We got 112. It could stand for anything, turning numbers around, part of anything from a license, door number, part of a social, birthday, license, anything. Phone number, it could be part of anything. Follow me? Amount of money. He was banking on it, or somebody was banking on him. Follow me? So it says right here that he needed to move away from anything that annoyed him in any situation, God says. And when he start to really feel, the real him was going to come out, and the real him start to come out to feel. Follow me? Because somebody was blaming things on, they was raised by someone else. That's why they was a monster, or they was negative to him. Follow me? Here he is, Mr. Campbell, in his own storyline. Follow me? So we have right here, he had to acknowledge any wrongs he did and don't expect it from other people and accept what he could not change. Let's just flow. God want this one out too. He was living an abstract way of living and blooming like that flower God wanted him. So he was dealing with a Leo. Anything he was going to see a Leo. Let's just flow for a little bit. I see the Leo card. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Let me just flow real fast. It was a mastermind. A mastermind means somebody who planned something out. That's what the mastermind that created a shockwave in his life. Follow me? He is dealing with a nut, and it was some kind of hearing about property. Follow me? And here's the secret. So he was going to tell a secret, or somebody knew a secret about him, or however the secret is. Take it however it flows. He knew the secret. He knew somebody's secret. Somebody knew his secret and was going to tell it. He knew somebody's secret. Take it however it flows. Follow me? They had a secret card looking me in my face like it loves me. It was looking at me like, say me, and I'm saying it. Follow me? Let's flow. Okay, let's just flow in the universe. You know about it shortly. He was going to be going away to another city, vacation, or just going away, period. Follow me? Somebody wanted to stitch it with him. The sugar coating things that fell on the floor. Whoever it is, right? So let's just flow for Mr. Campbell. Because the other day I said, oh no, maybe I don't. But it's coming back again. So it's coming, it's pulling me. Mr. Campbell want me to say it. I'm going to say it, Mr. Campbell. He said no more to something. I'm ready, no more. Follow me. Or somebody to him. He was overprotective since his childhood. Follow me. Mr. Campbell. Somebody's walking all over him. You know what that means, right? But somebody's gathering up information about him. Follow me. So somebody was in a car. Don't have to be a Cadillac. This is just an example of a car. Everything is examples. Somebody tested him to see if he'd bite, see if he would bite, talk, get in, or whatever they wanted. That's a bad card, though. Anybody in that car is negative because somebody needed him to feed them. Get what the card says. Somebody needed him to feed them. This is usually a money card. I need you to take care of me. That's what usually this card is, a money card. Somebody was upset. Follow me? So we have right here that he was dealing with a pyramid of people, whoever it is, at least 3 of them. Follow me? That he was nervous about. We got that one down there. Let's see. I'm going to get it in a minute. He was a go-getter, and he was going to go get somebody by Tuesday or whatever day of the week, or somebody was going to come after him. Take it however it goes. Remember, you don't have to believe nothing that go on the table, right? He was going to embrace his growth because he was leaving, look like. Okay, here he is, Doc Holliday. This would be Mr. Campbell. I see you, Mr. Campbell. Okay, so here we are. Somebody asked, oh my goodness, look at Mr. Campbell. Look at this. Look at the funeral parlor card. Dude. Somebody asked him for a drink, or he asked somebody for a drink. Follow me? And thought something was funny. Okay. He ended up at the funeral parlor. That's so true. Mr. Campbell. A place that houses bodies when you don't treat it like the jewel it really is. A funeral home. A company. He didn't live in New York, but wherever he lived at. Because shortly, he was going to another city, state, or wherever he was going away. He was hanging with a popular crowd, whoever it is, with their had intense energy. He wanted his money, his credits, what was owed to him. Follow me? Okay, he had to accept what he could not change and acknowledge what wrongs he'd done and accept and don't expect it from others. Because God said that he needed a Jesus miracle. That's the walking on water card. We know people can't walk on water. That's impossible. He needed that kind of miracle. Out on that water, he needed it, though. Get what it's saying. He needed to be able to walk on that water to get himself home. Follow me? He needed faith over all. Follow me? Because it was detention time away for him and somebody, whoever it is, right? If you met the person straight, you're not obligated to take the person back gay. So he met somebody straight, but the person wound up being gay. Follow me? Let's just flow. I need that card. Let me get that card. Okay, let's just flow. He wanted his money. So it's going to be noisy when I get this card. He wanted his money. So far I'm seeing he wanted out and he wanted his money. That's what it's looking like so far. The money he felt he was owed. Okay, somebody's trying to stitch things with him, sugarcoating things, right? Let's just say. So we have right here that he's hand in hand with the enemy, whoever he was dealing with here, wishing for a good decision, because somebody was banking on it, banking on him, or he was banking on. Got numbers right here, you can twist them around, be part of anything from a license to whatever. Somebody broke him off like a twig on a tree. Somebody broke him off. Get what they say. This card means what I'm saying. Somebody broke him off. He didn't break himself off. Somebody broke him off. If I go out the front and break one of the branches off that tree, I broke it off, right? That's what this card means. Because somebody was banking on it. He's dealing with a jack of all trades. Who this person is with was continued abuse. Follow me. Let's just see. Okay, here we have this person blaming it on being adopted. That's why this person's so mean, nasty, not kind. Somebody, whoever this is dealing with somebody. So it says right here that he's in a poly relationship, a real one or business partners. Follow me. Because he's dealing with a biller that owed him or he owed. But so far it looks like somebody owed him. Follow me. He was dealing with a nut, God says. Somebody unstable, drug addicted, drunk, mentally ill, confusing, fussing kind of person, whoever this was. Whoever it was he is dealing with, follow me. But he need to be genuine with this person, or he might was being genuine with this person. But he needed to pluck this person because this person was a turncoat, or this person decided to pluck him, Mr. Campbell, because Mr. Campbell was the turncoat. Get what it's saying? Because it was going to be a hearing. Right, some kind of way to determine as far as property, right? Because right here, God telling Mr. Campbell, tell the secret, but Mr. Campbell is no longer here, but he in spirit, and he can tell the secret through the cards. Tell the secret, Mr. Campbell is going to be on this table. Follow me? Still, it's going to be told because Mr. Campbell's not here, but it still can go on this table because that's how good God is, right? And spirit, tell the secret, let it out now. Follow me? So we have right here, somebody facilitated something, but he shouldn't have went along with it. Maybe going paddleboarding or whatever you call it, wherever he went at. Because right here, he needed God's protection. He needed to stay in the presence of God. He needed God to have a bubble around him to protect him. It's like you traveling somewhere and you need God to have a bubble around you the whole time you traveling. Because God is something out there that's going to get you. Get what I'm saying? That's what that card is. Somebody was jacking him up for money or jacking him up physically. However it's flowing. He had to start to love himself though. Because he was trying to be sincere about being secure. Or he wanted somebody to be sincere about him being secure. So it seemed like he wanted his money so far. I said he had to start falling back in love with himself. Because he must was a nice person when he was being taken advantage of. Look like here. It was wake up time for him, and it was time for him to continue his life. And he was going to, it seemed like he was leaving. I mean, let's flow for a minute. Okay, when he started to really feel the real him was going to come out, and the real him started to come out when he wanted to get out or whatever. He was leaving. Some kind of way I feel like he was leaving. He wanted out or anything like that. Because the real him coming out. Because you can act, it's just like when we go to work somewhere. We act like we act at work, but when we be off of work, the rest of us come out to whoever we know. Because you got to kind of stay a certain kind of way, even with your boss. If your boss make you mad, you hold your tongue. When really with anybody else, you let them have it. But you hold your tongue for your boss because it's your boss and that's who pay you. But if he is anybody else, he would get the lashing he deserved. Get what I'm saying? So the real him started to come out. On whoever these people is or person is or whatever. He had to move away from anything that annoyed him. He was leaving. It was a mastermind, though, that created a shockwave who planned things out. The mastermind card means somebody planned things out to the T that created a shockwave for Mr. Campbell. Get what it's saying? He had to bloom into the flower God said he was because he is living an abstract way of living. If all could have greed, they would pick no nonsense lesson. So that means there's somebody who got money. That's not his card. There's somebody who got money. But they want more money. because if it's his inheritance, it's money he deserves, so it's not him. There's somebody who got money, but they want more money, because whoever had tendencies for sure. Follow me? The next one is he had to pick a dream and create it for himself. Make a wish. That means plan out a new job or a new place to work, because this a new place to work. Go somewhere. New place to work. Okay. He had to let spirit in, let God in. Boom. Okay, so we have right here, he had to spring into his life mission with a Leo. Follow me? Or he had to spring into his life mission and take action like the sign of Leo. Action, fire sign people, right? Saturday was a good time for him to take action. Right? To meet a Leo, to talk to a Leo, to just take action in general, like a fire sign, like a Leo, anything like that. Let's just go. Next one is he was trying to get along, but he wanted to seek help for a rape. So if this didn't happen to him for real, a real rape, he was seeking help for being a theft, being stolen from, because he wanted his money. Remember, everything was about inheritance, right? The last card is that he changed his mind about a female, some woman, whoever she is. So I don't know who this lady is, right? Let's flow. They don't really say he got in a fuss or nothing like that. Secret, though. Look at the secret. It's jumping out. Look, there's a secret. He changed his mind about a female. It usually don't end like that. Do I put another one to it, Lord, or leave it like that? Because a secret went on this table. It's a secret. It's a secret, because when that secret card come out, there's a secret. There's continued abuse. That could be the secret. He could have got raped. That's a secret. So we got to see which one of these is secret. There's a mastermind who created a shockwave in his life, playing every detail. That was a secret. So we got a secret. Somebody broke him off like a twig on a tree. That could be the secret. He tried to get his inheritance. That was a secret. So we got a secret here. See, we got 2 miracle cards. He needed a miracle out on that water. He needed a miracle. Get what it's saying. If he's somebody who, see, he wanted to embrace his growth. Get what God's saying. God told him to embrace his growth. He wanted to embrace his growth, mean go further. He was leaving. Follow me? Look at this card. Somebody's gathering up information. Walking all over him. Walking all over him. He was overprotective since his childhood. He said no more. He said no more. Or something. He ready to leave. No more. You ain't gonna keep doing this to me, or whatever he was talking about there. Here's a secret. So one of these things is a secret. He got broke off like a twig on a tree. Somebody owed him money. He was a mastermind and playing every detail. He got raped. Or he just got stolen from. Here's the secret. Playing to the T. That's what the mastermind card means. It's playing to the T. Broke off like a twig on a tree means get rid of, or mean kill. I'm telling you what that card means. And he's not here, so it means he was killed. He didn't just go walking off and went somewhere. He's not alive. Get what I'm saying? So going on that ride or wherever he went, I say ride, what you call it, paddle boarding or wherever he went at, he should have been a professional at that thing. They said he didn't have a life vest on or whatever. So if he didn't have a life vest on, he didn't feel he needed one, because I guess he wasn't planning on a bunch of nothing where he would need one, because he must felt he was just that good. He wasn't going out far or whatever. That's why he ain't put one on. But he ain't know what was coming, because it says that he need a miracle, double miracle up in here. Somebody facilitated something and he shouldn't have went. Get what God's saying? Somebody facilitated something. Come on, let's go. And that's why he went out there. Somebody facilitated that. And that's why he went out there. So who was he with? Because they say he was with somebody, right? Who was he with? You don't say anything about that he, I see a drink card right here. I'm trying to think where, I don't know when the drink card come in at. Let's go for a minute. One drink, depending on if you're a person that don't drink. Well, really, if you learn, you know the rules of the water. You shouldn't be drinking, and certain things you shouldn't be doing if you're going in water. So if he going doing different things, I know he know the rules of the water. So if somebody said something about a drink, that was intentional. And if he took a drink, if he even took a drink, somebody said something about a drink and somebody thought it was funny. So maybe somebody offered him a drink and he thought it was funny, because I guess he wondered, why is he offering a drink if we going out on water? Right? So I know he's saying no. And anytime you see the no cards, that mean the person going against something that they don't want to do. He said no more. Get what it's saying? I'm ready to leave, no more. Or the person was saying, I'm ready, they ready. And he was saying, no, no more. Anything like that. So he was dealing with a pyramid of people. He was nervous about at least 3 of them. Or he made the 3rd one. Follow me? He was nervous. He was planning on going away to another city, state, vacation. He was planning on going away. Bottom line. But he needed a miracle. And he needed a miracle out on that water, because that's where he needed it at, because somebody facilitated something he shouldn't have went. Get what the card's telling you. Like I said, you don't have to believe nothing on this table. I believe every card God put on this table is true. I do. But you don't have to believe nothing on this table is fact. Okay? This is the brass love one. I feel God told the story right here. Somebody he is in business with, or whoever this is, who was a nut. Right? We had a lot going on with him one way or another. You can take the nut however you want to take it. Unstable, not all there. Fussing, complaining, drug addicted, drunk, whatever was going on with this person. Something was wrong with whoever it was he had problems with. Follow me? So God said they facilitated this thing. Somebody facilitated it for him to go out there. That was somebody's idea. Come on, let's go out there. And maybe they was going to talk while he was out there, or maybe they wasn't going to talk. I don't know what the person just said, let's go out there. But all the time the person was up to no good. Because it says it's a mastermind. If it's a mastermind, that means somebody set something up to the T. That's just like when us ladies go out and we going out for the night. What do ladies do? They got it all planned. They going to put their makeup on. They know that they picked the right shoes. They picked the right purse. They make sure their hair intact. They make sure their ride intact. They make sure everything. To the T. Get what I'm saying? And whoever this is was a mastermind. He shouldn't have went with this person. Somebody facilitated and he shouldn't have went, God says, because he need a double miracle. You need just a miracle, period. But a double miracle, you ain't coming out. You need God to get you out of this thing with the first miracle, but then a double one. You really need one, because we got the walking on water card. That's the Jesus card. Now, if you didn't know anything about the Bible, you know it said in the Bible that Jesus walked on water. Now, you know what mere man, real man, you can't walk on no water. You know that. Go walk out there and see if you'll make it. That card came out. That means it's impossible. Get what I'm saying? Somebody, it was going to be made impossible. You need a double miracle to get out of that water, to get out of there alive. Get what it's saying? This was a mastermind, right? I don't really see no drugs or anything like that. I just see right here this card, but I don't know when this card happened. So if he was tricked, well, not tricked in, you know what I mean? I can't say tricked in. I can't say that. If somebody, because somebody said a drink. It said, give me a drink. So I just really don't feel if he going out on the water, he asked for no drink. If he's somebody who used to going out there, he not going to ask for no drink to go out on the water. So he might have been sitting with somebody somewhere wherever talking and all, and they might have been in a house somewhere or wherever he might have been, and then it might have been a drink that way. See what I'm saying? But then here later on, this person facilitated, oh yeah, let's go ride. But see the drink in them already. Get what I'm saying? And who knows what was in the drink. Get what I'm saying? You got to look at things like that. One drink, it depends on what kind of drinker you are. You got people who can drink like 5 glasses or something and they still be walking straight. And then you got one person drink one thing. Well, somebody like me, I don't drink. You give me one drink and I'll probably fall on the floor because I'm not a drinker. Get what I'm saying? But you got somebody who a drinker, they might could drink 5 drinks or whatever they drink straight. And they might stagger a little or they might not. So if somebody gave him a drink or he was sitting somewhere talking business with somebody somewhere, didn't have no plans on going out there on the water. Get what I'm saying? So that means he wouldn't be prepared. Follow me? So if it's like somebody said, oh, at the last minute, oh, let's go out there. Right? And he go out there, so it's like you unprepared. But if you got a drink and you ain't even really thinking all the way, and depends on if something was actually in the drink. I don't see that nothing was in the drink, but some kind of way, here's a drink. And maybe some kind of way he was sitting somewhere with somebody, talking somewhere, and going out there was not even nothing he was planning on doing. So it made him be unprepared. He unprepared because he don't drink going out there, and he didn't have on a life vest if he usually wear one because he wasn't planning on going out there. So you might hear people say, well, why didn't he have on his life vest? Because he wasn't planning on going out there. If any kind of alcohol or anything found in his system, you better test for something else in that alcohol. Right? Depending on what it is. Or how strong a dose, whatever this alcohol was, right? Because he wasn't planning on going out there. That's why he didn't have the vest on. And he wasn't planning on going out there. If he took a drink any kind of way from whoever he is sitting with or meeting with or wherever he might have been at, he wasn't planning on going out on the water because he know the rules of the water. You're supposed to know the rules of the water before getting in water. And alcohol is not part of rules of the water. You don't go with no drugs and you going in the water because any of that could cost you your life, your very life. There's nowhere in the world that man went out there and going to take himself away or take us away from his children and his wife and go out there and go on the water messed up. Some kind of way, something got planned out and it went like it went. So it's really impossible if you messed up, you can't be at your full capacity. Get what I'm saying? That's why I hate when I hear about people walking outside or they drunk outside because you make it where you be a victim. Because you're not at your fullest strength. People can do whatever to you when you're drunk. You put yourself in a position for somebody to kill you or whatever because you're not at your fullest strength. When you be outside, you shouldn't be drunk. If you want to be drunk, be in your house, in a secure place, not outside. Because you are a walking victim. So if any kind of way a drink was done, it wasn't because he was going out on the water. That's because he was sitting with someone somewhere talking maybe or whatever, and here somebody came out of nowhere deciding, whoever this is, not out of nowhere because the person planned it out. Let's put it that way. Yeah, let's go out and just one time. We ain't going that far. We can go right here. You know how people can talk you and anything. We only going right here. We ain't going that far. Next thing you know is like it is. Because you don't know, if he had a drink, you don't know what was put in it. I don't see the drug card. Let me see. How much more here? Let me see. This is... Okay, Lord. Lord, there's somebody... Because I see a drink right here, Lord. Did somebody put something in his drink? He wasn't even planning on going out on the water. That's why he didn't have no what you call it? Not lifeboat, life vest on, because he wasn't planning on going out in the water in the first place. Let's just flow for a minute, Lord. Because it was a mastermind. We got all this, the mastermind. Whoever was determined to get him, because it's 2 miracle cards. He needed a miracle back to back. They was determined to get him. Somebody was determined to get him. That's just the bottom line. You can't get around what God put on this table, so you don't have to take it as fact. I believe anything God put on the table. You don't have to take nothing on this table as fact. I believe it, though. If God says somebody set him up and set this thing, I believe that thing, because God knows. God knows what color drawers you got on. God knows everything. So don't play with God. If God say this what happened, this what happened. So let's just flow. One more, universe. Was something put in his drink? Was something put in his drink, God? Or did he even drink anything? Something had to stop him from being able to save himself. And anybody with common sense and know anything about being in the water, you know it got to be something that restricted him. You know it got to be a drug, drinking, a heart attack. Something had to stop him, because I saw the man swimming in a video on YouTube, so he know how to swim. Get what I'm saying? When he got clucked on the head, something happened. Bottom line, something happened. But it's 2 miracle cards. He needed a miracle back to back, and he knew a secret. He knew it, and he was going to tell it. Or he could tell it. Follow me? But it's on his table. It's in those cards right there. So the secret still was told, because Mr. Campbell came out in his own storyline. Don't play with God. Mr. Campbell came out in his own storyline. Do not play with God. Because I don't see Mr. Campbell was an earth angel. But I don't care if he was one or if he wasn't one. God don't like ugly, and God don't like what you did to Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell is in his storyline somewhere. I told you. The dark holiday, the spirit, the kindred spirit is Mr. Campbell. Tell your secret, Mr. Campbell. And he told his secret on this table. I asked, and here the cards came. You tell me God not good. Mr. Campbell in the spirit. Okay? I want one more deck, universe. One more deck. Was something put in a drink that he had? Or anything like that? Give me one more deck, universe. I don't even want 2. I just want 1. 6. I hear 6. Let me get to 6. Where are you? What is this? These cards are light. That's why it's hard to see them. Let's just flow. I hear 6. Let's see what 6 here for Mr. Campbell. Because Mr. Campbell says 6, right, Mr. Campbell? Let's flow. I'm just going to take this. I just want 1, Mr. Campbell. Do I have to have more than 1, Mr. Campbell? He said 9. I'm hearing 9. Okay, Mr. Campbell. I'm going to go with Mr. Campbell. I hear Mr. Campbell telling me. You probably think I'm nuts. Believe me, there's nothing crazy about me. Okay. He said 9. I'm going to flow with Mr. Campbell. He need to get more sleep to be more energetic. Okay, it says right here, he really liked the way he was? Because he was thinking things were starting to look good now. Was he molded by his leaders, his bosses, his leaders, people telling him what to do? Finally, was he molded? Or was God his God? It says, do he love his wife? Follow me? Do you love your wife, Mr. Campbell? Right? Usually this be when you're doing something against your spouse. But let's just flow. He had to save some money. He thought he was going down Benefit Alley. Hats off to him. But something was being stacked up against him or somebody he know. He was becoming unboxed or somebody he know. Unhinged, upset. Follow me. We dealing with a box. Something was in a box. He felt boxed in. Anything as far as a box. But he actually was in a box because he went to the funeral home. Follow me. Somebody's hell-bent on destruction. Continuing a vice coming against him. He's feeling a lecture, a meeting, a conversation, a gathering, something, orientation or something with somebody. But God wanted him to save his energy for the future. We got some man that was mad with him, whoever it is. Follow me. 2 names to him, whatever his name. Animalistic, controlling, dominating, upset, or fighting him. He was in his dream house. If he had a nice house, but somebody is going to jail. Bottom line. Okay. Let's just flow. Okay, somebody was sadistic he was dealing with who needed soul support. We got like at least $4,000, 4,000 stars in the sky at night. Okay, we got information, resources, dealing with the resource, some kind of resource, whatever the resource is. Somebody said, try me if you there. Whoever it is kind of did a threat to Mr. Campbell. Follow me? He might have been eating or dealing with food. Okay, he needed structure because somebody stung him. Follow me? So it says right here, he was covering all his bases, or somebody, whoever did this to him, was covering their bases. Something was plain and simple for him or for this person. Wherever he lives, something was seeping through with this person. So it says that I give up on this fake love because he decided to give up on a fake love, fake caring. Somebody toward him wasn't really caring and loving him like he felt he should be loved, cared for. Follow me? Abuse proved that it was fake love, that he was being abused, right? Financially, mentally, emotionally, however it flows, right? He is going to seek justice because he is dealing with racial abuse some kind of way. So we have right here that no more innocence. He is going to take charge, God said, because he knew all to do to take charge. Be competitive and able for him to gain. Because it says right here, he wanted to checkmate for peace treaty or somebody wanted it with him. But it was time for him to move on with his life, God says. Get what God said. Move on, Mr. Campbell, and chalk this thing up. But somebody was willing to do what they did to Mr. Campbell. Okay, so let's flow because this goes with usually the person we're talking about. Mr. Campbell was willing to do something because of fear and force. He had no choice. Something he had to do. Whatever it is, stay somewhere, deal with somebody, or do whatever somebody wanted him to do. He was willing to do it because of fear and force. He didn't want to, right? So he was seeing everything in this thing and gaining much hope in it. Because here we got competition at work is cruddy. Dealing with work. Follow me? So let's just flow. God wanted him to leave. He was trying to leave. He wanted to leave. And it seemed like, Lord, let me just... Somebody saying that they innocent. Or he might have said he was innocent or something. He might have said he was innocent or something. That he wasn't guilty or something. Or somebody else going to be saying they innocent. Let's just flow. For Mr. Campbell, anyway. You know all about it. Somebody going to jail because somebody set this thing up and broke Mr. Campbell off like a twig on a tree. So Mr. Campbell needed softness and kindness. He was in his dream house, wherever he was living at. Or somebody else is in their dream house, where they living at. But they going to jail. We can take it however it's flowing. Let's just... Or somebody thought they was going to jail, or somebody is going to jail. Take it however it's going. So what it says right here, he's at some meeting, lecture, some kind of way, with somebody. He wanted sensitiveness, he was in his emotions. Okay, so we had a noisy, I meant to say. He was gaining much hope in it all and seeing everything that was in this thing. Because he was dealing with somebody that have a symbol, a logo, a symbol, anything like that. Or he had it, right? But usually it's he's dealing with somebody like that, follow me? Or he might have been trying to get something of his own and have a symbol, a logo, a business, or whatever. Let's go for a minute. He needed to get more sleep to be more energetic because he was kind of tired out. Okay, he is seeking, he wanted to seek justice for a racial act. Somebody gave him some problems as far as somebody not of his race. God wanted him to take charge though and go forward on that thing. Take charge, Mr. Campbell. Be competitive and able to gain. Because stuff was being stacked up against him or somebody else, right? Where somebody was getting unhinged, upset with him, or he was against somebody. Because he dealt with the resource, whatever resource it is, with information. Maybe whoever with this racial act, I don't know. Somebody. Whoa, shoot. It says right here that either him or whoever this person is connected to need to exercise more because youth don't last for so long. Follow me? Because somebody, right here, somebody was covering all of their bases, or he was somebody. Something was plain and simple. Follow me? It was plain and simple. So we have right here. It's noisy. Sorry about that. Noisy. They noisy. Okay, somebody was either he was living a plantation where I'm living and he wasn't getting enough of something that he needed, or somebody else. I really feel it's him though. Love, housing. Let me see, what is it? Love, housing, shelter, food, or money. One of them things he was lacking. He wasn't getting all that he needed out of one of the things I just named. So it says right here that competition in business is cruddy. Dealing with work is cruddy. Either he say he is innocent and he not guilty as far as something, or somebody was saying it to him, or somebody saying it, period, that they didn't do anything to him. Because it says he had plenty of ideas for his fortune, money that he was going to have. That was his money. Whoa. God wanted him to stop loafing around on Mr. Campbell and change house and get away. Get out of some partnership with some business he was in, or get away from his job that he had. Following, and just get a new one, anything like that. So we gotta take this. Something was seeping through wherever he lived. The next one is somebody told him try him if he did. Try me. Maybe he was eating or the person was eating. So we have right here that somebody was pricing something to butter him up. The pricing something to butter him up is maybe they was trying to throw out some prices to see if he would go with the prices they saying or anything like that. Or it could be pay or whatever this could be, right? Pricing something to butter him up. Okay, well maybe I give this amount. Is this okay? If it's not an actual physical thing. He wasn't. Somebody was to him because he felt boxed in maybe at a place, right? Or he did end up in a box because he was killed here. Because he was killed going off of my storyline, so I'm going to say it that way. Somebody had negative talk against him, a leader, whoever the leader is, right? Whoever it is, right? Somebody was in, he had to save his energy for the future, God says, though, because somebody needed to see his worth and see that he was worthy. Because whoever didn't, he wanted softness and sensitiveness from somebody. He needed to spell it out. Well, he did spell it out to whoever this is and expect nothing less than the best. God wanted him to. Because he had empty thoughts while time was going by. Because something was counseled 2 times, whatever it was. Something as far as him with business with somebody or somebody toward him. And time counted to him or to whoever this person is. Because somebody was hell-bent on destruction against him. He wasn't, somebody toward him. Because he wanted to, Mr. Campbell wanted to, I feel, supersize and wanted to maybe get away and have his own, seem like I feel. But he was dealing with a kinkster. Somebody that's, or somebody who got stuff going on already. But Mr. Campbell, I feel, wanted to do his own thing maybe. Anything like that. Or this kinkster wanted to supersize, but Mr. Campbell wanted peace or checkmate, or this person wanted it. So we got 4,000, could be dollars or stars, however it's flowing at nighttime. So we here was continued abuse with whoever this is. It was fake love, acting like they like you, acting like they care, but really they don't. That's what that card means. Somebody act like they like you and really they don't even like you. That's fake. They acting like they like you, but they ain't treating you like they like you. Anything like that. He got stung because he wanted structure. So it says right here that hold on to that thought that fear took somebody to do what the person did. See what I'm saying? Somebody did something to Mr. Campbell. Bottom line. Point blank. Right? Fear didn't take him there. He didn't do anything to anybody. Fear took the person there because they was hell-bent on destruction. Time counted to this person. Something was counseled 2 times, and they was determined to make things happen this next time around. Because Mr. Campbell needed a miracle. Remember what I told you, a double miracle. Okay, it says right here, it was time to move on with his life. God said Mr. Campbell's life, and just chalk it up here with this situation, with this business partner or whoever this is, right? Or this person wanted to just chalk it up and move on with their life. Not be bothered with him no more. Follow me? Because whoever this is was animalistic, controlling, dominating, fighting, or fussing, or whatever this person was doing toward Mr. Campbell. Somebody. Business partner, whoever this person is, who is sadistic, whoever it is. Need soul support, whoever it is. Whoa. Okay, it says he astonished that she did it, whoever she is. So we got a female in the mix. Okay. He wanted love. Right? So we have right here that he had to work on his problems, but not here. So not here would be, I guess, somewhere where he was at. I don't know. I don't know if it was on the water or wherever he was. Some kind of way with some problems he needed to work on. Somebody going to jail though. Somebody who live in a dream house or who got a nice house, anything like that. So it says right here that somebody wanted him to be strictly theirs. Get what it's saying. Love, job, or whatever this is. Partner, whoever this is, partnership and work or whatever. Somebody told him what you gonna do about it. Because they wanted him to be strictly theirs. Follow me? So we have right here that he was willing to do something because of fear and force. He was given no other choice. Mr. Campbell. Something he had to do because of fear and force. So I see one thing back then. One thing that happened that could have happened because of fear and force. If it actually happened. Right? If I take the card that way and that happened, it was because of fear and force. It wasn't nothing that he could control. It's something that happened to him. Follow me? Follow me? So it says right here, are you willing? What's his leaders, his God, whoever he considered his leaders, bosses, or anybody who control, cops, anybody who control, are they his God or is God his God? He was molded to a religion. With the religion in the storyline right here, I'm going to say to the rules or whatever his bosses or whoever tell him what to do. If not his bosses, whoever, the cops or whoever it is, his leaders, whoever it is considered his leaders. It could be anybody, whoever he considered his leaders, people he listened to. He thought he was going out and benefit out. Hats off to, because he was planning on he was going to leave. Okay, so do you love your wife? So do he love his wife? God was asking him, do he love his wife right here? Because usually when this card come out, I don't see no cheating, no kind of way, I don't think. Came on the table with none of it. But do he love his wife? So this usually be a card when stepping out happen. So I'm trying to think, do he love his wife? I don't know if a threat came toward him about his wife. I don't know with this one right here. But he had to save some money. Well, he wanted to save his wife, so he went along with something. I don't know right there. Let's just go for a minute. Okay, do you really like the way you are? Did he really like the way he was? And then some kind of way after a time, things were starting to look good now for him. But then the last one is his activity on his phone. But his phone is locked, broke, disconnected, out of service, something going on with his phone. But it was activity, something on his phone. As far as this situation, somebody's hell-bent on destruction. As far as tearing him down, something was counseled 2 times. Somebody was desperate. This is a desperate attempt and act to stop him. Get what I'm saying? It's a desperate act. Somebody going to jail though. I don't care what you think you did. You going to jail. And God gonna deal with you on this one. God gonna deal with you. Whoever you are, God gonna deal with you. Whoever you are. If the law don't get you, the law's way, God gonna deal with you. Because you came back to me again, whoever you are, Mr. Campbell, came back to me as far as to do a storyline. Because I refused the other day. I said, oh no, maybe not. They said he drowned, but then it coming back again, so it's coming back again. So, yeah. Somebody did something because of fear and force. So it feels like, and it seems like with my storylines that somebody got rid of them. Even I don't see the murder card, because I had murder cards. I got murder cards, manslaughter cards. Murder card. Let's just flow for a minute. If you make it seem like an accident, it might not come out in my storyline that way as a murder because you physically might didn't have your hand on them or you ain't use a gun. So maybe that's why God not bringing it out that way. It's like when you're doing something underhanded, trying to do something another way and still get your thing accomplished, what you're trying to get done. But you don't do the regular ways like people be doing. I don't even see no drug in a drink or anything. Let me see. Where am I at? Okay, let me take one more. Let me take one more. And it got to come from this way, Lord. So, going to jail, you saying, Lord. Somebody's going to jail. Because somebody masterminded this thing and set this thing up to the T. It was canceled 2 times. And then they wanted to make sure it happened a 3rd time. So we have... This number 1 I'm getting right. Number one, I heard number 1. I saw number 1, I heard number 1. What's the number 1, Lord? See, lost his cushions. His cushions would be standing on a board. Get what I'm saying? He lost his cushions. He wasn't on his board, right? So that means he lost his cushions. Get what it's saying? He was seeing his potential. Get what it's saying? He had lots of life. He was leaving. He had to depend on himself to elevate himself, or somebody need to depend on themselves and not him. Let's flow. Let's just flow. I still, this would be his wife. Where's his wife? Where he could win, but she wasn't nowhere near. Black. Okay. See, we got the 4th card 2 times. I keep saying it, Mr. Campbell, his name. Mr. Campbell might have been, some kind of way, something might have happened to Mr. Campbell. Horse. Get in like a soccer connection. Maybe he was going to take out a lawsuit. Maybe he was getting ready to, he was going to go far. But I don't actually see the murder card in here. I see different cards, but I don't see the murder card in here, or the manslaughter, or the put out. Usually they come out when somebody actually. So some kind of way, whoever this is, they planned it out where it could look like he drowned, right? But they set it up, if that makes sense. They still set things a certain kind of way. Let's just flow this deck 1. So if he didn't get attacked for real in his life, we can take it with stolen from. Remember, I told you we can take it there because when people get raped, they stolen from. Get what I'm saying? You stolen from. So we can take it that way if nothing like this happened to him in real life. Right? Wanting to know, is it my fault? Follow me? So, stolen from, we can take it to stolen from. Things like that can happen to men, so that's not like nothing that's foreign, okay? But if it didn't, nothing like that happened to him, we got to take the stolen from because he wanted his money. Where's his princess? That would be his wife so he could win. Follow me? So we hear right here that he's going to take out a lawsuit. Take something to court. Follow me? Because he's dealing with somebody who has some racial problems. He had dormant behavior he's holding on to. So we hear right here laying down, somebody wanted, if it's not this way, we got to take it another way. Somebody's a money machine he was dealing with. He need to let out everything as far as his emotions, his attitude or whatever, and express to whoever this is, whoever this person is, and let them have it. The other definition is when somebody wants your clothes off. because I got to say the definitions, follow me? So he's going to take his best shot to plan his fortune. Get what it's saying? So we got number 18, number 1, could be part of anything connected to him, even down to a license, phone number, birthday, or whatever, follow me? He's going to be moving on in rougher matters, God says. God wanted him to get away from all of this stuff, really. Here we have right here, black is beautiful. He was beautiful, but this a racial card too. Maybe somebody had a problem with his race, whoever is hanging around some kind of way. He loved music. He's going to cultivate things and bring favor and bring joy to things, right? So we have, he lost his cushions in minutes, and he did because he supposed to drown, right? So we have wherever he lived at, right? Wherever he was, he's pinching the surface of a thing, follow me? In work or whatever, in life. Okay, he had to start being responsible for himself, though, for no more lack. Get what God's saying. Okay, somebody wanted him to get in it like a socket connection, get into it with me, whatever it is they wanted, right? And it was being forced. Get what it's saying, right? Here's some numbers, could be part of anything. Okay, so it says right here, doom was the last resort, and it was the last resort for him, remember. It was a countdown to recovery, follow me? So it says right here, he had to rely on only himself to elevate himself or this person hooked on to him, right? Because he had lots of life, God says, and he was seeing his potential. Because it was somebody wanted their needs met by Mr. Campbell, right? Whatever their needs are, time, money, romance, whatever they wanted. Follow me? They wanted no excuses out of him, right? Excuse my French, follow me? So it says right here that it was a crystal layer of hope for Mr. Campbell, follow me? Dealing with this person or these people. He need not show his problems dealing with these people because it says that he is dealing with somebody that was a pusher of money, right? A money lover. Follow me? So we had right here, he had to taste what was on his plate and throw away the scraps. Don't deal with nobody's problems, but just deal with his own. And one of these houses he was in, including his own, could be a striped rug or checkered rug or some kind of design rug on that floor. To lessen his pain, he had to start respecting not only himself, but the one another, whoever he's dealing with. He had to enjoy the life that God continued to give him and be happy again. Because tension brewed, right? So it says right here, he wanted the meal done. He wanted loyal out of somebody. But here's God again. He had to fix what he can and throw away the scraps because he wanted loyal out of somebody he wasn't getting it from, a money lover. So yeah, so we're going to leave it like this. I'm going to leave it at this right here. His money, he's supposed to be getting inheritance that he didn't get. Money. And he's dealing with somebody with some racial problems. What color was that person out on the water with him? Was that person of another race? I don't know who that was out there on the water. They said somebody was with him out, right? It don't have to be that person that's the problem, but he was out there with him. So he could be the one, the problem. Get what I'm saying? I don't know. He not exempt. He out there on the water with him right at the time this happened. If you out there on the water with him, why you not helping him? Don't say you too far away. Why is you far away? You supposed to be together out there. Why is he there and you there? You know? So, yeah. He was owed money. And he is going to take out a lawsuit in partnership with somebody or whatever this is. But God wanted him to leave all of it behind. And he was going to leave. He just didn't leave fast enough. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, I'm going to leave it like that for Mr. Campbell. Mr. Campbell, your storyline has been spoken. Yeah. But I don't know if anything going to be done by law because, you know, the law had to have evidence and this and that and everything else. You know, if they check your blood work and see if something was up in your drink. I mean, if you had a drink, period. And if you had a drink, what was in your drink? Because really, your intention wasn't to go paddleboarding or whatever they call it. Because that wasn't what your plans was. That was sprung on you. Because God says somebody facilitated something and you shouldn't have went. And the only place you shouldn't have went would be paddleboarding. Or you wearing those clothes. You didn't even have your vest on because you wasn't planning on going. So you was all the way unprepared. So you was unprepared, and somebody said, come on, let's do whatever, and you went out unprepared. Different than the ways you usually do stuff. You ain't follow the rules because you was like caught off guard with the person telling you something. Oh, come on, we're not going that far. It ain't gonna hurt. We just going right here. You know how people can talk to you. Next thing you know, you all the way out there in the desert somewhere. Yeah. Okay, this is for Mr. Campbell.